Hey everyone, it's Thrifty. Today we're trying out some more Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. See if we can get into it and solve a case. Hey everybody. I think the music sometimes gets loud in this. Yeah. News from abroad. Vilga invited me to the art gallery located at the Caravanserai at the crossroads of Bazaar Road and Hermes Avenue in Old City. Morning, Twisted. Too loud. No problem. Alright, we're working on the refugee camp crime scene. Okay, the official from City Hall who oversees the refugee camp says a dead body was found inside the camp. I promise to deduce what happened. What we got here? A man's body was found in the camp, according to Inspector Tewksbury's version. Based on what witnesses say, they saw from a bridge the man was killed by a refugee mob, thrown into a sewage canal. The inspector allowed me to look at the body and its possessions, come up with my own version of what happened. I think we were investigating that? If I remember right? Where are we? What's down? Oh, we gotta go down there. You're here? Maybe? Right way? No, wrong way. Right way, I think. That's it. We get to bed. Steps. There. I know it's laggy. It's just the way the game is right now, chat. Like that on my screen too. Because there's so much going on at one time. Here we go.
Is this familiar to you? A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
I've already talked to this. I talked to him.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Harlow. I should be going.
Yeah, we talked to him before. Alright, let's go in and talk to people. Chickens. Thanks for the chickens on the bottom, man.
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? City Hall lubberheads.
It is. Rude.
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body? 0.
Oh, okay. Numbered items here.
Clearly a left handprint here. A furrow in the ground. A blood trail leading to or from the canal.
Like somebody ran that way.
Someone bled profusely here.
Face? Oops.
A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
These events have fractured into so many pieces. But I know you can collect them all, Sherlock.
There's 2 different sets of footprint.
A man's footprint.
Police boot.
Police boots. Always happy to trample evidence. A heavy boot with a worn-out sole.
Evidence all over the place.
Oh, carnelian agate beads, a traditional African adornment.
Yes.
The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike. No hint of blood or impact. It might have been used as an improvised weapon. Someone was dragged against their will.
The refugees have been detained and will not leave until all the circumstances are clarified.
What did you put him in that building back here?
No one deserves to end up in a place like this.
Hurt? Someone who did get hurt.
The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately.
Well, is somebody helping?
He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
What me to do? Something to clean the wound, something to disinfect it, something to use as a bandage.
Could you help me? Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more. Malpal, soaked with salt water. 1,000 pounds. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona. A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dirk.
Are these the rations the refugees get from the authorities? How do people even survive out here?
Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here.
Ugh, grabbed it.
A steel dirk. Sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers. An interesting tattoo. Does it mean something? Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was limping John. I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain. A violent death. This man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John. You know what? I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place?
Cook also visited Vogel's gallery. The dead man from the refugee camp was the same person who had broken into Vogel's gallery. Oh yeah, because there was someone in the fireplace or whatever. Makes sense. How the intruder broke into the camp? What are the options? Man found dead inside the refugee camp has a distinctive tattoo in his neck. 2 lines, one over another, with a point at the top. Oh, wait.
I'm afraid these leaves can only be added to tea. Are you able to help me?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Need to find the stuff to help that guy, Manger.
Help me, please.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
You obviously haven't thought this all through.
Oh,
Or you're just
shush,
annoying
John.
these people on purpose.
Maybe that'll help.
I'll use it to create a solution.
Our dead fella truly has had a day of misfortune.
So helpful. The things we needed. Infect.
It won't do any good.
Colors vibrate and like something fry or something.
That will kill, not save him.
No. Why even have me look at it? Oh. Said about the one being boiled in tea, right? Teapot right there. Use a teapot. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, oh. Did it show like a rag or something? Yeah. Don't let me run. Of course.
Just washed. Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
Then we got water. I don't know. See? Not circling now. Okay. Try to have everything. Water obtained. Water's something to affect it.
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading. I've collected all the ingredients, now to prepare the first aid solution.
For that. Over to him. We'll find out. What did I make it at then? Oh. I do the chemical thing? Ugh. Right. Good. 31, -4. Ugh. That one switched to positive. This one adds one, this subtracts one, I think. Good. Need negative. Needs 4. Beautiful. far. Got 2 of them done. One more. -1. Another where we add them together. That should be it. Right, it's done. Did it. Help 'em.
Thank you. This should make you feel better, my friend. Now remain lying down and drink as much water as you can.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from the infection.
Oh, what's left? Find out how the intruder broke into the camp. Do you know?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Ask the guy. Or maybe he'll know. Oh, did we find all the numbers? Let me look at that real quick. Because it goes up to 9. And 1, 2, 3. Four. Six, 7. 8. It.
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? City Hall lubberheads.
No, it's too short for these walls or cliffs.
Get in. Figure it out. On the wall using a rope. Bigger and too high for a ladder. Expect to climb back up. Carrying something using a rope would prove difficult. Yeah.
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
Police officer worried about the situation with the dead body will put the camp in strict lockdown and they will lose the money flow they were earning from their scheme.
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here, Sherry. Perhaps we should sniff around in the camp a little more thoroughly.
Sealed shut. I doubt our man could get through these grates.
Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea?
Come back here.
We have seen some dark places in Cordona, but this...
This. Else? boat or something? Unlikely.
It's unlikely anyone could get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police guards.
I want to suggest we could learn more about this matter by asking around the camp, but we should do this before we leave the camp for good. The place might be put into lockdown again.
Excuse me, just one question.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Can I ask you a question?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry.
Us, John.
You sure you know what you're doing?
And the wrong people. Somebody's got to know. Alright, good luck.
Back off.
He's not gonna talk to us. Are the weeklies still just do the dailies? Can't tell us any.
You still here?
The guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees out of the camp. Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Less than you do, obviously.
And this doesn't bother you as an officer of the law?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. Maybe your friends at City Hall could do something about it, but I seriously doubt that. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform. If those fine gentlemen you've eavesdropped on are in some shady business, that's on their heads.
Okay. Forgot how they got in.
A single Malpal butt.
That's the one.
Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
These are mine, Palace. Trying to figure this out. Yeah, because the necklace. Okay.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
So, we have a thug who came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force. One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest with his own blade. However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
Bug came to the camp intending to kidnap a woman. He had the opportunity to kill her, but that wasn't his goal. Henchman, not merely a thief. He is not merely a thief, but also a kidnapper. Henchman who takes on various roles. Be something else, because this turns a different color when you find all the clues. No, haven't you? Figured that out. The guy again.
You still here?
Inspector, I believe I can aid your investigation. I know who the dead man is and what really happened here.
You do? Well, good for you. But I'm afraid I'm not the one you need to share your findings with. Speak to Mr. Harlow here. He's the one responsible for settling things in the camp.
You don't even care to listen?
Oh, I do care. Maybe even more than I need to. But I'm only here today to lock the place up, question witnesses, and file the facts. It's sad, but coming up with conclusions is not among my tasks here. You fellows at City Hall do that. Anyway, speak to the supervisor. I'll just stand by and listen to what you have to say.
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder anyone.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create a few more.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man came to the camp intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect the woman. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch him. And judging by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean. There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing of it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger, but somehow that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I thank you for your help, Mr. Holmes. I'll take it from here. Meanwhile, I'll make sure the police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
You think one small clerk can make any difference in this place?
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could make the whole machine crumble.
No. Oh, yeah, fine.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry. We don't see much here.
You're the one who tended to our man's wounds. I thank you greatly. The police didn't allow us to help him.
The police will leave you alone now. I've proven to them that the man who came into the camp died due to his own foolishness.
Thank you for standing up for us. But nobody would help us without a reason. You're here because you want something.
Yes, I do. I need to speak with the girl drawn here.
The dead man came for her too. He wanted to take the girl away, but we won't allow her to be hurt again. What do you want from Naylor?
Naylor. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need Naylor's help. Will you let me speak to her?
Justice. There's no justice on this land. But you helped us, so maybe your words are not empty. You can speak to Naylor, if she wants it. But I will be watching you.
Hello, Naylor? My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice. Please. There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people? Christ, Sherlock. Naylor, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude and cruel and condescending. A cross. The man had this cross. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
And cross.
Oh, glad that wasn't me.
Not my best work, John. By a long shot. Naylor doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him. Terrible events are behind that canvas, Sherry.
Not come here by chance. He's a very important thread in this case, and this tattoo might help me to pull it together. Filer is a high-ranking official. Badges such as these are usually awarded to high-ranking officials. A filer from the photograph might be one. At Mercurio's place, we found a photograph of a vile act perpetrated on a young woman by a debauched man. John has sketched the abuser for a reference, depicting him in a red suit with a tail. Nayla drew a peculiar cross-shaped badge she saw on the debaucher's chest. Badges like this are usually awarded to British high-ranking officials. Not many of those visit Cordona, let alone work on the island. Then we'll know. I think there's anything else we're supposed to look for here. I don't know though. I don't want to leave because I don't think he can come back in.
I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes.
You still here? I've already told you all I've learned.
The intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck, 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scalario. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo, just like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged, right?
Bernadotti. Got the key evidence. Bernadotti. Where do we go for this? Police station? I try to find Bernadotti. Think we need anything else from here? Yeah, it's green now, so that means we collected everything.
Sherry, wait. You might want to settle all the matters in the camp before leaving. You probably won't be coming back here anytime soon.
Oh, there must be something else we have to do. Else we're needing to talk.
What a pleasant man this Mr. Tewkesbury is.
You're disturbing a hornet's nest here, son.
I owe you a lot, Mr. Holmes.
Else we need to talk to.
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, we... don't see much here.
Help me, please.
Sorry. We don't see much here.
You obviously haven't thought this all through.
Oh my
Or you
gosh,
just been-
John.
Annoying these people on purpose.
Excuse me, just one question.
Sorry, we don't see much here.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry. We don't see much here.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry.
Oh my gosh, John.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Oh, I need to be asking something. I'm just
May
not
I
sure.
ask for your assistance?
They often take us from the camps to work. Most don't mind, though. It's the only way we get a glimpse of freedom.
Okay. Friend the refugees, some shady people regularly visit the camp and take refugees away with them to perform various work. Work is usually hard, but the refugees receive money and food. Girl was abused after she was supposedly taken to such work. Since then, the refugees decided not to allow their women to be taken.
So there's a smuggling ring in the camp. This wasn't the first time that someone freely entered the camp to take a refugee out.
At least it was certainly his last time. My gut tells me that we'll learn more about this ring when we find out where the thug came from.
Okay. Found the last thing we needed. Okay. Oh, where do we need to go? Are we done here or no?
You're disturbing a hornet's nest here, son.
Done now? Buddy. Picking up somebody. Out him? Or this person?
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
Oh.
Is this familiar to you?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Help me, please.
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Everyone's looking at us, Sheriff.
Stop. Ask him about
You
that.
sure you know what you're doing? Is this familiar to you?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Everyone's looking at us, Sheriff. You sure you know what you're doing?
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
Okay, where do we have to go? Probably need to find out. Bernadati or something. Bernadati. Where's the plan? Chronicle. Theater. Oh. Can't fast travel if we're in here. Okay, hopefully we got everything we needed. I think we did.
Is this... I just need to collect my thoughts, Sherry.
Just how we can run. Be able to fast travel? Go police station first. That don't work. We either have to go to City Hall or newspaper.
Any progress with the case, Mr. Holmes?
Why is there so- Times smuggling. Audio. No. I only have 3. That's not. Or no.
Can I ask you a question?
Are you looking for trouble? Because I can find you some.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Might be City Hall we need to go to then. There's evidence room. Made a lot of progress so far today, if nothing else. Back out.
Guests of Cordona, the treasures await you. Collect them all and return for more.
I'm curious, how did Mycroft recruit you? I doubt you're a field agent. I imagine you work with intelligence.
That's correct. Your brother noticed me when I tracked down a spy at the archives. That's how our cooperation began. And you? Did Mycroft force you into this?
Not at all. We simply have a mutual interest in someone. Or something.
Of course. A fruitful and willing collaboration, I'm sure.
Well, I'm his younger brother. I have to accept the consequences of being a close relative of an official figure.
I suppose, in a way, we are colleagues, Mr. Holmes.
In the remotest way possible, Miss Oni.
Archives here. Oh. Officials. Patient. Officials. Full documents. Ugh. Be something. Officials. Patient. Still nothing? I mean, newspaper we're looking for. Not my favorite either, John. Have to. Someone has to. Newspaper. Nothing. We got them done pretty quick. Still not. Oh my gosh. I mean, not official for the area. June Finals Marathon. This is nothing. Has to be. I don't know if we can go back to the gallery and ask. other case. Look. Businessman. Advertisements. Business person. Unless there's the market. Oh. We're doing wrong. need to look thing. Not putting this. One thing with this game is you have to have it really specific when you type this stuff in or mark or click them. To get the combination right. You could give me some sort of hint instead of just... It'd be nice if they do, but who knows if they'll actually do it. Going okay. I'm just kind of stuck at the... Finally. Oh, gosh. Okay. Bernardotti Company Ltd. Summary. Established in 1873 by Niccolo Bernardotti. Main office, southeastern Scaladio Bazaar Road near the crossing with Roman Road. Bernardotti Company Ltd. ships goods between African British colonies and the rest of the United Kingdom, including Cardona. Imported products include food, wine, coffee, everyday goods, and more. Founder of the company is Mr. Niccolo Bernardotti, born in Sicilia, Italy. Mr. Bernardotti moved to London as a 39-year-old businessman. Later the same year, he moved his base of operations to Cardona, in his words, to be close to the colonies he has business in. Since Mr. Bernardotti's arrival in Cardona in 1873, he has become a notable patron of the arts, investor in Cardona's social well-being. Among his latest contributions is the purchasing of a new equipment for the police station and aiding the governor in bringing an airship called Led Zeppelin across from Germany.
What a lovely man this Bernardotti is, eh, Sherry? Can't wait until we get to meet him.
Oh. Articles won't come up until you have the exact thing that needs to be there. So I need to look at that and then find it on the map. Star Road near the crossing of Star and Rome. Anderson. Places. Road crossing. big building?
Who's here? Nice to see you.
Our road. Sorry.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not falling for your fancy look, sir.
Asking directions, I ain't asking out. Jeez, I was. Alright. Oh, it's this huge thing.
It seems they're not expecting guests.
I won't wait for an invitation, John.
These workers don't look like your average Cordona folk.
They're refugees.
So many goods here. Let's find something illegal.
Workers in the backyard, refugees. the guy with the gun? God.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
Bang.
Are you able to help me?
Sorry, we don't see much here.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who you are. Asking about what and dressed as what.
Are you able to help me?
Sorry, we don't see much here.
Are these ones that are arguing with you?
May I ask for your assistance?
I'm sorry, but I've never heard of that.
That's our way in, Sherry. You go talk to that beef. I'll sneak up from behind and take him out.
Hey, yo. This is private property. You lost something.
City Hall business, or want to see Mr. Bernard?
I'm here to discuss business with Mr. Bernadotti. I tried the front door, but...
Mr. Bernadotti isn't seeing anyone. You have 3 seconds to walk away or you'll never walk again. Capito?
It's in Mr. Bernadotti's best interest to...
1...
Making a sequel to Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. I liked that movie. Let's see. So do we say one of your people is dead or hit him? I don't think hitting him's good because there's like 1 billion people back there. Chat, what do you guys think? Hit him? I don't think it's gonna work well, but...
I did try to resolve this peacefully.
I guess it worked. There were so many people back there, I thought somebody would notice. Right, it's gonna be a fight thing.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming.
Take a rest, my friend.
Oh shoot, I didn't mean to shoot him. I wanted to hit the one leg on him.
Just die.
Overcome him, don't rush him.
I'm coming for you.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
You have to like hit their armor off or something so that you can knock them out. So like if they're wearing a hat, you have to knock it off of them. Jeez, I'm gonna die. bad. Far away.
I couldn't miss the party.
Ow! Don't.
Anything. Hey.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready. Weaken him first.
I'm coming.
Too simple.
More people. Ah.
It won't work this way.
Get the other armor off of them first.
I'm coming.
Can over. Weaken him first.
I couldn't miss the party.
Ah, I have to do it all over again. Other people look like marauders from Fallout.
I'm coming.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. No.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming.
No more crime for you until next month.
I couldn't miss the party.
Lines
Too
right there,
simple.
really lame.
I'm coming for you.
Far away from it now. Oh.
The snuff's ready.
What's that noise?
Don't.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready.
Shooting. It's all foggy in here now.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Shut up, John.
Don't bother
Daddy.
moving.
The snuff's ready.
Nope, there it is. Oops. Oops. I moved. Ah. Kinda look like a Ninja Turtle. Don't don't want to shoot him in the head. I hit the mask off.
Don't work this way.
Oh, there's a thing on his back too.
I'm coming.
Take a rest, my friend.
Give him the pepper snuff.
For people. Yep.
The snuff's ready.
No more.
Give him the pepper snuff.
This is when he's younger.
Don't cry, you'll...
The snuff's ready.
You see like a little rat running across the screen. Now what? Brown now.
You've disappointed me so much, Sherlock.
Why? Okay. Whatever, John. Whatever you guys say. Music's very ominous. Shelves.
You've disappointed me so much, Sherlock.
Don't get why. Why have I disappointed? Only way is in guard. We either storm in and find a way for the guards to let us.
Sherry, look! This seems familiar.
No, sir. Don't hurt me.
It's all right. I won't harm you.
Like you didn't harm the folks on the way here?
That's what you wanted me to do, John. Sheesh.
An amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it. A Dogon statue from West Africa. A century old at least. Masks, traditional for the Chokwe people of Central Africa. VH Grindley Flow Blue tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotte Company Limited.
Objects aren't stored in the Bernadotte Company warehouse. Artifacts are mostly of African origin. Culture African Dogon culture depicts humans in simplified, almost geometrical forms. Long oval mask of Chokwe culture might represent both feminine beauty and death.
Is this?
Let's see what's hidden there.
Oh. The picture that was probably taken.
Vogel's stolen painting. Isn't it curious how it developed into a much more interesting case?
This marble fella, it's like he was made after my image. You see it?
Don't come any closer. One step and I'll shred you to pieces.
No one will find your body? Go ahead or I'll break you. I'm not gonna say. The body one?
Keep standing in my way and no one will ever see you again.
Righto. Yes. Yep. Well, excuse me, sir. I think I hear... I've got to... It's better I leave.
Whoa. Oh, wow. That was as if somebody put my words in your mouth.
The place all foggy. Yeah.
The Bernadotte Company Limited trade network reaches the most distant colonies of the Great Empire.
It must be very convenient for a man like Bernadotte.
"1875. It's taken a few years back. I suppose it's Mr. Bernadotte with our fine governor. John, how many people in Cordona have a photograph with the governor, do you think?
You definitely don't have one.
Please don't shoot me. I have a family.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Spare me.
So, you've cut through all the guards just to talk to me. Then come here, and we shall talk.
Sherry, don't you think this office suits me?
Whenever you're ready. I'd hate to intrude.
Ew. Huh. What else? Got which means is Dottie's a cruel gang leader who isn't afraid of getting his hands dirty. To office power, hard work in his youth, Bernardotti grew hatred towards the world around him. He expects trouble and was always raised in a poor family. He had to work in the fields from a young age, led to his suffering pellagra, the effects of which still show on his skin. He refuses to hide this under fancy clothes, that he might always remember where his motives and identity were born. Bernardotti and his men have different tattoos in the same style. Tattoos are most probably a code that represents different ranks within a tightly structured and secretive criminal organization. The harsh gang leader and calculating businessman beams confidence and menace. Faces danger by keeping his gun near him, but still holds it in holster. Bernardotti descends from the working class, being raised in a poor family. He had to work in the fields from a young age. Hard work under the sun and bad nutrition led to a suffering pellagra. He overcame the disease, but its effects still show on his skin. Despite being financially comfortable now, he still distanced himself from the high life, keeping his clothing and appearance quite conservative. Bernardotti and his men have different tattoos in the same style. Tattoos are most probably a code that represents different ranks within a tightly structured and secretive criminal organization. I don't think ruthless is it. Calculated. Hiding the stuff and I could be wrong though. Alright.
Niccolo Bernadotti, I presume? The name is Sherlock Holmes, and I'm afraid I bring bad tidings.
Is that so?
The man you sent to the refugee camp failed in his task. He impaled himself on his own blade. Clumsy and chaotic end.
For a man who just broke onto my property, you are more businessman than brute. You have my attention, Mr. Holmes. Do not waste it.
I think we should probably say investigating robbery right away. Maybe, do you know Boniface Mercurio?
Mr. Bernadotti, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself. I was hired, privately, to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization, and thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotti.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted?
Interestingly enough, I spotted the stolen painting in your storeroom.
I buy and sell a lot of things, Mr.
Someone
Holmes.
could have brought it to him.
Unfortunately, if this is true, it is not the first time I have been sold stolen merchandise. I presume you were hired by the owner of the gallery. Tell them to contact me, and we'll sort out the situation. So, this painting is why you broke into my office.
As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident, one I am not responsible for.
For what reason was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to justify your presence in the slightest. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotti?
You have the photograph with you. How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, and I am compelled to ask why you want it. Who is the man visible in the photograph? An associate?
Not yet, Mr. Holmes. Though with this picture, that may change. The man in the photo is a British envoy on Cordona.
What exactly do you want from him?
My business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor for a favor.
Also known as blackmail, the modus operandi of any true professional.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating Mercurio's leverage. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want for the image?
Oh, thanks, Twisted. Have a nice nap.
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Oh, high and mighty of you, Mr. Holmes. Not all smuggling is immoral. I pay generous rates to developing cultures and spread their culture to eager buyers. And furthermore, I supply many immigrants with a taste of home.
A very convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline. Without them, they would starve. The tax on cargo is often so absurd that it would be more profitable to simply sink your ship than dock it in the harbor. And trust me, I am speaking from experience.
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses all too often disappear. I thought the girl was safer with us. I did not anticipate what would happen at the camp.
I saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police. Thanks to me, refugees can work and be paid. It's a pathway to freedom.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I have heard no complaints. They seem happy just to get out of that slum.
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotti. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
Ha! I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp? You are asking too much. I could, however, make arrangements for one person. The woman who was violated will have her own home outside the camp, solely for her and her child. She will no longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be neither fast nor easy, but I can do it. She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser, he will serve me, as much as he deserves.
So in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotti.
Seems like a fair deal, no? I doubt anyone could offer you better. Simply give me the photograph, and the world becomes a better place. I give you my word.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
Victim of violation. Nayla was violated and very nearly kidnapped. First of all, I must make sure that she and her baby are secured. Person was aborted, so this would probably be in the newspaper.
The front door's now open, sir. You can leave through it. If you want, of course.
Blackmail material. Bernadotti wants to gather proof of the envoy's crimes in order to blackmail him. Mr. Bernadotti knows how to turn a situation to his advantage. When he learned of the envoy's forcible violation, he saw an opportunity to gain greater power. He has offered me a deal, the photograph in exchange for a happy life for Nayla. Envoy is despicable and Bernadotti is trying to take advantage of the situation. I cannot trust either of them. Only the truth will resolve matters. I must give the photograph to Vogel so he can make everything public. Or Bernadotti is a shady businessman, but his promise to arrange a happy life for Nayla and her child was convincing. This is what truly matters now. Give Bernadotti the evidence to blackmail the envoy. Figure out who this person is? I think we can. I think we need to go to, like, newspaper. Try to find this. There has to be a newspaper article about this person getting that award. If something's red, that means we haven't found something. I think that's the last thing we have besides this. Fence. Official. Officials. Interview. Has to be something. Go back.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft? Not yet, Mr. Vogel. Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft? Not yet, Mr. Vogel.
That's between giving the photo to Bernadette or to Vogel. But, pretty sure we can still find something about this. They awarded to British High. Make a tough choice here, chat. I'm not sure who I want to give the photo to. I feel like we need to know who this official is.
Have you found anything helpful? Photo or something? Oh, any of them. Ah. Okay. Thomas Norton, born 1840 in London, graduated from the University of Oxford in 1864. 1869, started working at the Home Office as a secretary. 1875, took a position as a military commissioner in India. Honored by the Queen herself with the Order of the Bath in 1877. March 1st, 1878, was appointed as the British envoy in Cordona with his own cabinet in the City Hall. Need that anymore. Great paper hands. I almost wish it took longer. I barely had time to put my feet up. Not sure what to do now, chat. Is the envoy supposed to be? This is the tough thing, chat. Like, okay, if we give Bernadotte the photo, the lady and her baby will have a house. And the people in that area will still have jobs. But if we don't want to do that, we can give the photo to the gallery owner. But the one dude's still part of City Hall or whatever. That's what's... Ugh, that did that to her. Then we'll also have Bernadotte and all of them after us. I feel like I should give the art guy the photo. But might regret it, but that's what we're gonna have to do. I regret this, but here we go. We're going. I don't really feel right giving the photo to either one of them, but wish I could save it and then see what happened both ways. I don't trust Bernadotte. He'll keep his word. Honest. It's really easy for him to just take it and that's it.
Mr. Herb? I've brought news, but not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation.
He was not having a good day on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person that stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art. How apt. I will miss his exceptional sense of humor.
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting, too.
He's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes. One presumes you were not responsible.
It was an accident at the refugee camp. He impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing if not cruel and capricious. What about the stolen painting? Have you located it?
I found the painting, but I could not retrieve it.
Well then, where is it?
In Bernadotte's office.
Bernadotte? That shady businessman? Why would he steal it from me?
I'm afraid you'll have to ask him yourself.
I take it you found something more then.
I found the source of Mercurio's artistic inspiration. A photograph. What troubled me was that the sexual act captured was non-consensual.
She was violated? Dear God, how despicable.
Her abuser was in fact the British envoy. Mercurio took a picture of him committing the atrocity and then used it as artistic inspiration.
I had no idea a mere break-in would eventually expose such barbarity.
Mr. Vogel, I want you to make everything public, including the photograph. I'm sure you have a connection at the Cordona Chronicle.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, loyal to your own truth till the end. Yes, I'm acquainted with the staff of the Chronicle. The story is sensational, and will surely draw attention to the gallery. But you must be aware that exposing the scandal will further hurt the victim. Does that not bother you?
No matter what one does, the truth tends to come out, as well it should. I won't be the one to stand in its way.
Though it's only your subjective truth being exposed. Not that I'm judging. It's perfectly reasonable for everyone to have their own views.
When you called me, you knew exactly what you would get.
Oh, but I'm not like you, Mr. Holmes. I cannot be sure of anything. Regardless, I must thank you, for art's sake. Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I am told it belonged to your mother.
Previously you mentioned there may have been more to my mother's passing than consumption. It appears you were right.
Oh dear, I'd hoped to be wrong.
She was unstable, mentally unwell. She required sustained, specialized treatment, but her madness persisted.
I knew that Violet had disappeared from the public eye, but had no idea of her suffering. I cannot imagine what you're feeling.
I'm fine.
I don't know if we made the right choice,
And
Chad.
what exactly have you sent me?
Frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that. I trust you'll know.
Thank you, Mr. Vogel. I am curious to see what you have procured.
Go back to the house. My unlock new thing.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I presume.
Are you correct? With whom do I have the pleasure?
Emilio Esteva, happy to make your acquaintance. I am here on behalf of Mycroft, your brother. He's on his way to Cordona. In the meantime, he requests your assistance with a sensitive matter. My orders are to provide you with the details.
You have my attention, Mr. Esteva.
Mark Ridley, the son of General Arthur Ridley, is being blackmailed. Suffice to say, the compromising material is of a delicate nature. The matter is of no small importance to the Crown, especially given the status quo on Cordona.
What about the status quo?
The Ottoman population holds a certain animosity towards the colonial rule. It's been this way since we took over the island. General Ridley made concessions with their leaders, but I'm afraid we are still teetering on the edge of open hostility.
What does Mycroft want me to do? Retrieve the blackmail material?
No, sir, nothing of the sort. Mark Ridley is meeting the blackmailer atop the old city bridge tower. You shall observe from a distance, then establish the blackmailer's identity. Do not attempt to arrest him. We'll handle it from there.
Saving the best for yourself? Fine.
There is a cafe just over the bridge that provides a good vantage point. Please report to me when you are done. I'll be waiting for you here, and remember, discretion is of the essence.
What a bizarre object, and yet oddly familiar.
On this, I guess.
Did you just remember something?
Yes. A room full of curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in the manor.
Sherlock. So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Get out of my house.
It's my house, actually. I've come to bring you back.
I have no interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was merely ill, but she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare you?
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum. You can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with your tail between your legs.
Just tell me everything. I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You know I will find out eventually.
The goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
The consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood. In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential, so much to offer society.
But that's not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
Oh, you are full of it. You like to pretend you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental, because all you care about is yourself.
It's true. I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
Wait. See if we can find the room.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Another one's locked.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Don't want us to open any of them right now. Don't try to Mycroft.
Do exercise some restraint, Mr. Holmes. Find the who's and we'll handle the why's.
He wanted me to talk to him. Ready to go. Okay, Patty, the Primrose Cafe at the western side of the Old City Bridge. Oh. Here. Oh, good.
Here, grab a seat.
You even brought a book, huh?
May I have...
Why is he
Same as
holding it
always.
like this?
You just don't give up, do you?
Oh, come on, let's get closer. We can't see anything from here.
No, too early.
So we're
Wait,
just
no,
going
it
to
looks
sit
better.
here all day?
The other
Patience,
angle
John.
just looked weird.
I have a feeling this is more than simple blackmail. We'll be close when the blackmailer leaves, and then...
Go!
Right.
Oh, not a pretty sight, this.
A rather frivolous accessory for a military man. Shame it's all bloody now. He was stabbed several times before he fell. The shape of the wounds suggest a curved blade. The knife is missing.
What's happened?
A key, and where there's a key, there's a lock.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Head trauma. Fatal. Gravity is cruel like that.
What's happened? What? Oh, who is it? Oh. Oh. What's happened? What? Oh, who is it? Oh, my goodness. Who is it? Oh. Oh. Oh.
It's almost like he's dancing.
Dancing the dance macabre.
No signs of life, no pulse. I'm declaring Corporal Ridley dead.
It's great to see you. Oh, Rosie.
Please move along. The police are on their way. Everything's under control.
Is it now? The General's own son has fallen out of the tower, and not without help, it seems. I need to inspect the scene, and quickly.
The corporal? He ordered me not to let anyone inside without telling him. But now... Wait, are you saying it's a murder?
A brief examination of the body was enough for me to conclude that he was murdered by a blade of Ottoman origin.
You can't possibly be so certain.
Oh, I can be. The corporal suffered deep stab wounds which were inflicted with great force. They were made by a knife meant for cutting, not stabbing. A curved blade, such as an Ottoman jambir or a Gurkha kukri. I haven't seen any Gurkhas on the island, so the conclusion is quite obvious.
Amazing. You do seem more than competent. All right, go in. I'll wait here for the police.
Did you see anything suspicious?
No, sir, nothing. Corporal Ridley had to attend to some private matters upstairs. No one went in, no one came out. Oh, but that means the killer is still inside. Are you sure you want to go in alone?
I'm not alone. I have my friend with me.
Your friend? You mean your gun? There's no one...
Never mind, I'll be fine.
The killer's gone, vanished into thin air.
Imagine if we'd been able to get up here 10 years ago. Oh, it would have been the perfect base.
Know all about your latest affair. Meet me in the old city bridge tower. Come alone and bring 100 gears. You don't want the word to reach the wrong ears.
Exactly 100 mangears. The killer didn't touch them. Can you smell the body odor, John? Someone's been hiding in here. Someone sweaty.
Unless it's a laundry chest. But then it's a different mystery altogether.
The case of the vanishing sweaty pantaloons.
This blade is a naval officer's dirk. Sharp and well cared for. The edge is covered with blood, but the tip is clean. This cigarette is still smouldering.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Ridley was attacked by his blackmailer, but before being pushed out the window, Ridley managed to wound him. The killer must still be bleeding.
Fighting the chest on tower, clever ambush.
Come on, let's take the road down.
I'd rather take the stairs.
Ah, what a bore. Gonna join the Navy after all. That'd make Mycroft so happy, you know.
Shut up, John.
So what happened? Was there anyone upstairs?
No, the killer escaped. We're dealing with a carefully planned assassination. What can you tell me about the deceased?
We were from the same unit, stationed together at the barracks by the bridge, but I can't say I knew him well. Maybe someone at the barracks could tell you more.
Do you know if the corporal had any enemies? Someone who would want him dead?
No, none that I know of. But then again, there's always the Ottomans. They'd want all of us soldiers dead, I reckon.
Sorry, little kid. Blood. More blood.
That was a rough landing.
Seems like it. Blood.
Wow. Amazing, right?
Disturbing is more like it.
Killer of knives. Okay. Mark Ridley station to positioned house near the bridge in the old city. Roundabout him. wooden pillar. It needs to hold a special cultural meaning for locals. I overhear something at the old pillar stands near the barracks. Soldiers discuss soldiery tested among them. Uniform. TV uniform. Public. Door market and asking things. Apparently.
Another knife in the pillar. Another knife in the pillar.
Oh.
Another knife in the pillar. Another death.
My honor. Jokmar, or Blood Vengeance, came to Cordona from Albania during the Ottoman rule. Some locals find it appalling, some, but not all. Pillar knife stands high as a grim reminder of that.
That pillar is a damn ice. That pillar is a damn eyesore.
I'm guessing you didn't get what you were after. It happens. I always wanted a pet cat.
That pillar is a That pillar is a
Here's the barracks.
That pillar is a damn ice.
Oh, I missed it. Hey Frank, how's it going?
That pillar is a damn...
What happened, Frank? Pillar of Knives. Some cruel traditions still exist in our modern world. Doc Mara, or blood vengeance, is one of the most notable traditions in Cordona. People avenge their honor and blood in the most barbaric ways imaginable. Each knife in the pillar celebrates a successful revenge. It's frightening. Looks like a shrine of hatred and pain. The worst part is that people can't undo the horrific consequences of this tradition, are forced to live with them. Harry and I make a good sleuthing team. He eavesdrops, I sit around, wait for him to finish, never fails. Oh nice, you went on Lost Temple. Congrats. Of death and house near the bridge and I can ask.
Is this familiar to you?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
I don't have it high. Wrong thing.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
You aren't here to relieve me from duty, are you? Oh well.
Oh, we can go. Okay.
Is this familiar to you?
Ah, I know this, yeah, let me help you.
Known Lothario, he has recently ended his promiscuous ways after meeting one.
Is this familiar to you?
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
Oh.
Nice. A room after my own heart.
A little austere for my taste. There are scratches on the floor. The locker was moved.
Dylan's letter. Since our last meeting, I have been dreaming of our short time together, but my dreams keep turning into nightmares. Fear that someone will find out. I know what I said before, but I was wrong. Want the life you promised. I'm ready to escape with you. I'll be waiting for you at my house at dawn. Use the entrance with no eagle over it. The servants will expect an Ottoman woman wearing the scarf I gave you, Jalen.
That's quite a hefty sum. Enough to start a new life. 2 tickets to London. Would have been a very different ending for the Corporal's story.
Can you imagine me wearing that uniform? I think I'd look rather dashing.
Being the son of a general must be difficult. Rise all the way to the top. Make me proud, son.
General's letter. Son, as you are aware, our position on Cordona is that of a man astride a 3-legged horse. 2 legs are manpower and ships. The third, like it or not, is the house of the eagle. Move one and everything will collapse. So would you kindly pull up your trousers and start behaving like a Ridley? I have tolerated your escapades long enough, and now I hear you have been gallivanting around the old city. This must stop immediately. Ottomans live by their own rules. As long as we respect them, our fragile peace holds. Do not disappoint me. General Arthur Ridley. Realized we had one. You and just do plus again. It only needs to be 2. Act 1 maybe? Yes. Six, 5. Nice. Got it. Alright. Enough. Okay, the scarf tied around Mark Ridley's neck at the time of his death. It is of Ottoman design, which is intricate eagle pattern. Scarf's covered in blood. If I created the right chemical solution, I'd be able to remove the stains without damaging the fabric. Now I've cleaned the blood off the scarf. I can use it for disguise. Or though. Can't change. Leave. Not green. Or green.
Can you imagine me wearing that uniform? I think I'd look rather dashing.
Rise all the way to the top. Make me proud, son.
Need to go back.
Could you help me?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
At my house. Entrance is over it. The servants will expect Ottoman woman wearing the scarf I gave.
Ridley's blood is on Ottoman hands. I just know it.
Marines on edge. I've overheard a conversation between Marines agitated by the corporal's murder. They're eager to take justice into their own hands. Their officer urged calm, insisting they must wait for superior orders. All evidence.
Are you able to help me?
Why don't you ask one of your brethren?
May I ask for your assistance?
I have nothing to say to a sailor.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Door closed.
Can I ask you a question?
I cannot help, but I can sell your fancy suit.
Thanks. Oh, there's a knife.
Aha, a curved knife covered in fresh blood. There we go. Doubt that this eagle is purely ornamental.
Careful, Sherry. Locals aren't too happy with what you're doing.
I'd better leave the knife here.
Leave it.
Now
Don't
it's a
touch.
bad time to ruffle my feathers.
Infidel!
Eagle with outstretched wings. engraved on the knife. Significant detail, no doubt. Photograph of curved, bloodstained knife stuck in a peculiar wood bowl amongst dozens of other knives.
It's sacred! Leave it!
A ton of people.
Don't! No! What?
Not even by you people now. Why are you still talking? Ish.
I'm on guard, Sherry, so don't worry.
Who's it? Oh. Oh.
Is this familiar to you?
I'm afraid I don't know about it. What's happened?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
This isn't working. You might need... a different tack.
Oh. Oh.
Could you help me?
Bad luck, sailor. I don't have a clue about that.
Is this familiar to you?
You think I will help a man whose hands are covered in the blood of my people?
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Can I ask you a question?
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
Can I ask you a question?
Let's pretend you did not ask me.
Revered family house stands on the western side of the old.
Oh.
Try change.
You have no business here. Go away.
Go over.
You are not welcome here.
Outfit needed to be. Ottoman woman wearing the scarf again.
Don't miss out on my unique... Let's pick something that suits you. Be careful with what you've taken.
To put the earth.
Don't pass by. Welcome, welcome.
Oriental rugs at a good price.
Let's pick something that suits you.
I need something to cover my hair too.
Be careful with what you've taken. Don't
Oh my goodness.
miss out on my unique clothes.
Alright, here we go. Let's see if this works.
You are expected. Quickly, coming.
Worked. First try.
My love, oh, I'm so... Who are you? Where's Mark? Answer me or I'll call for help.
You will do no such thing, Jalen. We both know it.
How do you know my name? And why are you wearing this scarf? What has happened?
A flood of questions, but I only have one answer. Mark Ridley is dead.
No. This cannot be. You're lying. Tell me you're lying.
Keep your voice down, miss. I don't have time for a lady's hysterics. Mark has been murdered, and I believe that the murderer is part of this house.
No. It was a secret. We were meeting. How could anyone find out?
The truth always comes out one way or another, but enough of this. Tell me, have you seen anything suspicious here?
No, I heard the servants talking about blood near the main entrance, but I didn't think... This is too much for me. I can't.
Why did you have to be so mean to her?
I wasn't mean. Now is not the time for pity.
Is that you or your reptilian brain talking?
More for the outside. Servants talking about blood near the... Or can I follow it?
Leave me be.
A bloody trail. Let's see where it leads. A pile of fresh clothes. How convenient. All soaked in blood. Well, a fresh shirt is as good a lead as any.
So, think you can identify the killer on the first try?
Huh. Do you doubt me?
Room for error. Identify the killer first try.
Do you think they'd mind if I washed my shirt? I haven't changed in days and I'm starting to smell.
Leave me be.
The killer is wearing a fresh shirt, remember? This chap looks like he's been rolling around in mud.
Ask him a question. Say they were the killer. This dude then, probably. Consumed by guilt or stress. Bandage. Knife. Have the knife. First at the house, the eagle, judging by his teeth, he is this fine family wearing a bloody bandage and knife and sheath. Heart is still racing. Up from.
What are you staring at, you crazy woman?
So, here you are. The wounded eagle in its eyrie.
What the hell? An Englishman here? Why are you wearing a dress?
I hate to interrupt you while you're struggling with your conscience.
Keep it
Perhaps you
unlocked.
ought to have made peace with it before doing the deed.
My conscience is perfectly clear, Brit. Do you have any idea who you're talking to?
Indeed I do. You are the obedient son of this house. Obedient and wounded. But let me explain.
I am Osai, son of Hassan. You are on my father's property, and you better stop all this jabbering nonsense.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I have every reason to believe that you were involved in the murder of Mark Ridley.
Are you accusing me?
That's right, I am. I recovered the murder weapon. It bears an eagle crest, the same crest that is so proudly displayed within your house.
And a proud house we are. My father speaks for all Ottomans on this island, remember that.
Regrettably, I failed to detect much pride in the callow way you ambushed the corporal.
Knife.
What are you saying? What's all this pickled cabbage?
I'm saying... Let me think about it. That's right.
And
regrettably...
What are you saying? What's all this pickled cabbage?
I'm saying, please pardon the metaphor...
All right, that's enough. First you...
I have to fight people now because I goofed it up.
I'm coming.
Take a rest, my friend.
Don't give him the snuff's ready. Weaken him first.
I'm coming for you.
Too simple.
Give him the pep.
I couldn't miss the party.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
Run, Sherlock, run. Gotta find something else to.
Don't cry, you'll...
Give him the pepper snuff. It's all yours now. Go for it.
Too simple.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming for you.
Run.
I couldn't miss the party.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Don't bother moving.
The snuff's ready.
Get everybody now. Everyone. Maybe we got them all.
It's time for you to go to prison, Azai.
Even unlocks
Come
Street
with me,
Sweeper.
and let's do so peacefully this time.
You'll regret this, Brit. Get out of my face, Brit.
Brit. Oh, this house. Okay. Oh. Can have our hair back to normal too. Don't need the scarf. Alright. Probably.
You did everything right, Sherry, no matter what Mycroft or his henchmen will say.
Mr. Holmes, I am in no position to reprimand you, but you should know that your unwarranted intervention will cost us dearly.
I did what I had to do. The killer was brought to justice.
I didn't expect you to be so narrow-minded. You have undermined your brother's efforts, and now we will have to face the consequences.
We shouldn't have
Such
accused
is the
them. We
price
should
of
have left.
law and order, Mr.
Law and order? You are clearly oblivious of the bigger picture, Mr. Holmes. There is no point in us discussing it further. I bid you good day.
You did everything right, Sherry, no matter what Mycroft or his henchmen will say.
Go back to his house and then call it a day, chat.
Did you hear Basilio Capello is in jail?
Good. All right, chat. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the stream today. We figured out one of the cases we were working on. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Tomorrow we'll be playing some Fall Guys. We're gonna do some creative maps. So hope to see you then. And thanks for hanging out, everybody. Have a great day.